Hi, good evening. My name is Heather Kaiser. I'm one of the leaders on The Whole is Well Educated. Welcome on a Friday night at 9 o'clock. That's what this mom's doing, hosting a Facebook Live. Thanks for tuning in. So tonight's edition on The Whole is Well Educated is how to use Young Living essential oils and products in your day-to-day life at home. The reason why I am having this class tonight is because I used to use the most ridiculous, toxic, horrible for my health and my child's health and the health of the environment products. And I took a lot of pride in that. And when my dad got cancer and I got pregnant and life just kind of changed really fast, I needed to detoxify my home. And so I started with Young Living. And when I first started, it was kind of overwhelming because I wasn't sure where to start and where to go and how to do that. So today I'm going to just give you some tips about how to detoxify your home and some other kind of tricks of what you can use Young Living essential oils and products for around the home in general. They're kind of all over the place. Here's the cool thing. Almost everything in your house can be replaced by something that's toxin-free. At least that's been my experience. So I've replaced everything from my household cleaner to Windex to jewelry cleaner. I mean, everything in between. So we're going to go through some of those tonight. If there's something specific you would love to learn how to swap out, post it in the comments. If I have time, I'll answer it during the video. If not, I will absolutely post a recipe or follow up and let you know this is what you can replace with that. One of the most recent things I replaced was toilet bowl cleaner, so I can't wait to get to that. So Young Living has amazing products, and every year they continue to add more and more products for your home. So now you can get things like dishwasher soap and actual household cleaner and hand soap and this one was for your dishwasher, this one's for your dishes in your sink. So it has a lot of great products that you can just get at the touch of your computer. But a lot of those products, they're not ready to switch to them, or they're not ready to invest in them, or they still have products they want to get rid of. So that's where I started. I used to use, like 7th generation. And one of the ways I would amp up my 7th generation was with the Thieves Household Cleaner. So you'll notice that the Thieves Household Cleaner, mine says diluted on it. When you order a bottle of Thieves Household Cleaner, it actually, this bottle, I think it's $14 for this bottle, but this bottle contains 30 bottles of household cleaner because it's a concentrate. So I have a couple of these bottles laying all around my house. You can make kind of a mirror cleaner or a window cleaner with this by also adding some vinegar and a couple of other things to clean your mirrors. I use a mirror cleaning polishing cloth for that also. But what I did was I transferred my Thieves Cleaner into a glass bottle, and I use it in a lot to amp up. So if you don't quite have, if you haven't yet purchased the Thieves dish soap, grab the dish soap you are using and pour a bottle in. Now, depending on the kind of plastic that soap is in, it might sort of eat away at it because this is so concentrated. I've actually never had that problem, so what I do is I throw in some Thieves Cleaner so that I know I'm getting kind of an amped up. I used to buy a lot of my soaps from Whole Foods. I just buy whatever, toxin-free soap I could find. And then I never felt it was clean. So even though I was confident that it wasn't harming my body or my family, it wasn't cleaning. So I find with the Young Living, adding it to whatever you've got, you're going to get the clean factor without the toxins. So that's one way. You can do the same thing with your dishwasher liquid. So here's just a normal, toxin-free, supposedly, dishwasher liquid that I still had on hand. So I just pour about a capful of this into this, and now poof, I've amped up my cleaning. So those are just some kind of tips. One thing I wanted to show off is this is my homemade jewelry cleaner. It's in one of the books that I'm going to share with you. And just as a test, I'm going to take out my disgusting earrings. You can see how kind of dirty they are. Well, maybe you can't see, but I'm going to take out my earrings, put them in there, and then we'll put them back at the end. And my ring too. So this is Thieves Household Cleaner and drops of lemon, and I put a tiny bit of the Thieves dish soap in there and baking soda, and you just kind of let it sit. Where did I get these recipes, you ask? Good question. My two favorite resources are from Melissa Pepin, who's like probably a Royal Crown Diamond by this time, but she came up with these chemical-free home books. I think they're mistitled. Our homes have chemicals. Water is a chemical. Toxic-free home is what we're aiming for. So in terms of lingo, these are your great toxic-free home resources. And in this book, she has a series of 3 right now, and there's a swap for almost everything in terms of doing it yourself. Some of them will use, the Thieves Household Cleaner or lemon or other products, and then you mix it with stuff on your own. For example, witch hazel is often used in them, or Dr. Brahm's plain unscented soap is a really common one that I have on hand and really like. So I will post where you can find these in the comments after, so you can log on and learn more about that. A couple of other things I wanted to show you is we have a Thieves hand soap, which is really popular. Sorry, I just got a text from my upline leader giving me some encouragement. Yay! 9 o'clock on a Friday night. So I am too cheap to buy the refills. There are refill hand soaps that you can buy. My mom buys it. She swears by it. I'm too cheap, so I make my own. Really, really simple. I use a little bit of the Dr. Brahm's unscented soap, and then I like to have a little bit of moisture in there. So I like to use either the Young Living V6 oil, which is the vegetable oil. If you're not a huge fan of a vegetable oil base, I also recommend like sweet almond oil, which I just got on, Amazon. It's organic for like 20 bucks. So I would put a little, like 2 tablespoons of the Dr. Brahm's, about a teaspoon or 2 teaspoons of the moisturizing oil, and then I put in the oils I want. For me, it's like 20 drops of Thieves, 10 drops of lemon, and then you just fill it with some drinking water, and boom, it takes 4 minutes. Okay, it takes 40 seconds really, and you've got hand soap for $4 or for like 40 cents. Sorry, I'm misspeaking tonight. Can you tell I'm tired? So one of the other things I wanted to show, one of my favorite tricks is lemon. Lemon, you'll notice I've used lemon for a lot of my cleaning tips. Lemon is such a great way to just clean things. So what I'm doing here, do you ever have this? You buy a new bowl. See, this is my new monster bowl I bought for after Halloween, and you put it in the dishwasher, and it has that thing. So what I do is you put a couple drops of lemon on the sticker, because I've tried to peel it away and it won't. And you just let it sit for a little bit. Okay, you can kind of see how I did that. Just gonna let it sit. So at the end, I'm gonna just literally wipe that off and take out my beautiful jewelry. So if you ever are out and about and you have lemon in your purse, you can use it on your hands to clean your hands. It's just one of my favorite ways to clean up my life. And I add it to almost everything. Lemon and Thieves are kind of my 2 biggest things to help support a clean, non-toxic life. One of the other things I really like to do is make my own sprays. And there's going to be a leader who's doing a whole line on these types of products, bottles and things, I would say accessories to oils. So this is a lavender and eucalyptus spray that I made. And since oil and water don't mix very well, what I do is I usually put in about 2 tablespoons of witch hazel, or vodka works too, and put in your essential oils, top it off with water, and I use this lavender and eucalyptus as a linen spray. It's fantastic. If you want to kind of refreshen your bed, for example, do it with lemon and thieves, because then it's refreshing all of the things that just end up in our lives in our bed. And I'm trying to think of what else I have on hand. Oh, so the biggest thing that I have been doing lately is kind of boosting up my my normal activities. So I stopped using dryer sheets, I don't know, like 10 years ago, because they're actually really bad for your clothes. I didn't know they were also really bad for the environment and for our bodies, but I just knew that they break down the fibers of your clothes. And I was married to a police officer back then, and they are also inflammatory. It makes things more inflammatory, and so they discouraged police officers from using dryer sheets on their uniforms, because it adds fibers which are inflammatory. So we started using wool dryer balls. And if you go to the Whole is Well Educated page, I think that there's a post, one of our members makes these amazing dryer balls, and you can get 3 for $15. So I will take some lemon or some purification and just drop it right on the dryer ball, on the wool dryer ball, and throw it in the dryer. So I'm using the dryer ball to get rid of static and to keep my clothes, to dry my clothes faster, but then I'm using the oils to help do an extra clean plus add a scent. So I'm getting all of that and paying, you know, a penny for that instead of for dryer sheets. The other thing I do is with the Young Living has its own great laundry soap, but until or unless you're ready to try that, I would actually, and I still do, I will add lemon or purification right into my wash cycle. I have one that opens from the top, but when I used to have one front loader where you would just load it, I would just pour a couple little drops in with the soap and then close it. So if it was sheets, I would do lavender or eucalyptus. It's another great way. The last thing I want to just touch on real quick is that pesky toilet bowl. Like, how do you clean the toilet bowl? It was probably one of the last products that I was willing to get rid of. And I actually learned a great trick from Chris, one of our members, and she is having me use the automatic dishwashing powder. And after you have a pleasant time in the bathroom, you literally take like a half of a scoop, and you just sprinkle it right into the toilet, and it coats the whole bowl, and it is the easiest way to clean the toilet, and it immediately freshens the entire, the scent is amazing. It's very light and citrusy, and so when you sprinkle it in the toilet, it is an immediate refresher. So it almost works as a deodorizer as well. So there are endless ways that you can use Young Living products in your home. If you want to buy all the products right away, you know, like I'm just going to go switch to the dish soap, do that. If you're not quite ready, use some of my tips, or, you know, it's just our money thing. Use some of my tricks to amp up what you already have. Young Living's oils are so amazing to help us detoxify our lives and our homes. And so since I am almost out of time, should we start with the jewelry first? You're going to see how amazing my jewelry is. Let me get a glass. Okay. Wow. Wow. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. This is my engagement ring. It was actually my fiance's mother's wedding ring for 27 years until she passed away in 2013. Look at how clean that is. Let's see. Is that amazing? Look how clean that is. Let's see. Maybe if you can see it against my shirt, you can see it better. Beautiful, sparkle, shiny. This is a ring from the 1980s, okay? So this is an old ring, and it looks like a new ring because of this cleaner. And then I've got my diamond earrings in here. Maybe if I can dish them out. You know what I'm using? I'm just using an old bouillon soup. You know how you get those bouillon cubes in a little glass jar? That's what this is. It's a little bouillon cube thing. And then so it's, look at how clean those are. Let's see. Can you see how they sparkle? Jeez, it's amazing. I sometimes will do this at work. I'll just take the lemon out at work and clean my, and then finally, you want to see how the, remember that pesky thing? Let's see, watch. Oh my gosh, I can't believe how fast that comes off. I don't know why I'm always amazed by this. It's gone. It normally would have taken me like, I don't know, months to get rid of that. So there's so many tricks, so many tips, and so many resources. We'd love, love, love to hear your questions. So if you post something you want to swap in the comments, I will put you in a drawing to win one of my household do-it-yourself trick product, you know, like an oil. So post something you need to swap in the comment and register to win something. Thanks again for tuning in on a nice Friday night, and I hope you have a good weekend.